Hello comrades, I start this video with a question. I'm basically cooking here, as you may be able to see. I can never, when I turn the camera around, I can never see what I'm doing. But as you can see, I'm cooking here, and I've got myself a very low flame now. When I start cooking, the flame always goes really high, and my question is, should I be holding the pot at the kind of, because the way I remember learning at school at least, you have to, like, if the flame's like, if the flame was that kind of thing. So you go, so say the yellow is the yellow flame, and then the white, and then you go up to blue. You should be holding your pot kind of at the top of the tip of the blue, because if not, all the flames lick around the pot, and all the heat and all the energy is dissipating around the outside, and not actually cooking in the centre of it, and therefore heating your pot. So, yeah, just a question if I should be holding my pot, or should I just set it going, leave it down, and let it just cook everywhere around, like heat the sides and everything, and it doesn't matter either way. Just a question. But the video today is just because I'm on my own here in this shelter, and this is mainly for the guys in hammocks. Because what you'll find is, or at least what I found, because you don't have a sleeping pad, more than likely anyway, then you don't really sleep in shelters, because you'll be sleeping on the boards pretty much, because your hammock itself, and even in the installation, it's not actually useful as a sleeping pad, and you'll just feel like crap. But what I've taken to doing, as long as it doesn't annoy anybody, and of course I'm on my own here, but as long as it doesn't annoy anybody, you can string up your hammock, and it's amazing where you can find, like, I don't know if you can see this, but doesn't look like we're going to be able to do it. But what you've got here is the beams. So yeah, here we go. There you go. So I don't know if you can see, but you've got these support beams, and there's just enough space behind them to be able to get my hammock. Do apologise. There we go. To get my hammock to go up and string just behind it. I hope you can see that. But yeah, and it may not be the healthiest for the boards, but it looks like they're solid enough, and yeah, you can just string up your hammock inside, and as long as it doesn't annoy anybody, then you're golden. So yeah, just a quick example of that's what you can do if you want, and it's really helped me out because it's a rainy day today, and yeah, I didn't fancy. Because the thing is, and the way I've been explaining it to people, as far as finding a place for a hammock, to set up your hammock, it's very much a question of water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Because you end up, like, if I just show you, I don't know if you can see, but there's some trees out there, right? But you see those saplings, these little ferns. So you've got, two trees that might be the perfect distance away, but then you've got the ferns in the way. And you don't really want to have the ferns sticking out your ass all night, to put it boldly. And yeah, and you have that a lot. Like, even if it's not like that, you might have a sapling to the side. So you'll set everything up, and your hammock rests fine, but then you put your tarp over the top, and then you've got this tree knocking it, skewing it. So if it rains, your tarp isn't going to help that much. It isn't going to be optimum. So yeah, so that's why it's not a bad idea if it doesn't annoy anybody and there's a good place, and you can. It's surprising where you can find places to string up. So go for it if it doesn't annoy anybody, and you're not actually, like, if somebody wanted to sleep here, they could sleep all across there, and even underneath me if they didn't mind. Because you're taking no space up in actuality, as long as you don't mind being packed in like spoons. But yeah, the other thing quickly, because this series, the whole point of this is for a kind of idiot's guide to the AT, me being the idiot, as I've said before. And one of the things that I didn't realise what these were for when I first got here. These kind of strings with wood on the end, and you'll often get them like this. So that's a kind of classic kind of thing. Those are to keep mice out, because mice can climb up walls, they can scramble across rafters quite happily, and they can get into your food quite easily. A lot of people say don't try, like, string them up here, no worries, but leave all the pockets open, because if they do get there, they won't care about pockets. They'll rip through everything to get to your food. They just won't care. And yeah, mice are everywhere. You won't find a place without mice. Just another quick update. I did get Trail Magic again. I didn't get to do a recording this time, but they were very nice people. I can't remember their names, unfortunately. But yeah, they were very nice. You know, it's so, just mentioning it as a mention that Trail Magic is that common. Yeah, very nice. Had a great platter. We ate food. They even gave away a pair of we drew lots, and Saint, this guy I've been seeing off and on, won a pair of Keen hiking boots, which are worth like $150. So good for him. Anyway, and yes, I am immensely jealous that he won those. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I won't bore you any longer. But so thanks very much, and yeah, I don't think there's much apart from etiquette as far as the shelters are concerned. It's kind of like, you know, obviously people who are having a harder time or are older maybe, you know, just like use your common sense, and especially if you're a section hiker, be aware that through hikers may get antsy if you've been on the trail for a week and they've been on for months and you're not giving way. But the shelters actually haven't been that crowded, but then I'm falling behind and everybody else is going out in front, so they may be crowded out further on. It only gets crowded during weather like this, or when we had that thunderstorm and it was deadly cold, and that was the only time it really got packed. Anyway, like I said, thanks so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers, sisters, comrades and friends. I will catch you again later. Thanks very much for watching, and in the meantime, go back to your lives. Cheers.